going on in that brain of yours, Karla?
Not normal in there. There's no government in there. Hi,
Hi.
how
We're
are
talking
you?
about our lack of maintenance,
Skin,
skincare,
skin regimen. Yeah.
and we're both
Um,
a little worried that it's really going to catch up to us that we have spent
yeah.
40 years not taking care of our skin.
Yeah. I'm okay with getting older. Like I don't mind it, but like I don't like it. I don't want it to like gang up on me all at the same time. I want it to be gradual
Yeah.
and I don't want it to take me by surprise. Yeah, that's what I don't want.
Well, I feel like I have like skin age spots already.
Ooh.
That kind of grosses me out.
I have a thing right here on my cheek, but I
Yeah.
think it's because of sun exposure, because this is the cheek that gets it the most because of like driving time. Like
Oh,
that's where the
yeah.
sun hits. And like it's like right here. It's like a little brown
Gotta get
spot.
one of like those driving visors.
I would not be opposed to it. But is that like an age thing or is that considered like just a sun thing? Like anybody would get that. Maybe anybody would get that, right?
I think anyone would get that.
And I wear sunblock daily, but it got me.
I'm not
Anyway.
even very good about that.
Alex,
I know. I
you're
know.
fair skinned.
You know. That's it. Like, so we were supposed to record yesterday.
Yes. Oh, by the way, thank you for listening to What Have You Been Reading?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to What Have You Been Reading?
Yes. My name is Karla.
I'm Alex. We like to talk about books
We
and a
do.
lot of other stuff.
Yeah. Right now we're talking about age.
Age, which ties into forgetfulness, which is what happened
Oh,
yesterday. We were
yes.
supposed to record, and Karla texted me at 3 o'clock, and I was at the Halloween store with my kids. Totally forgot, and I felt like shit. But then I took a selfie of myself at the store to kind of be like, this is where I am. And I was making this face, and then I sent it to you, and I was like, that's an awful face. There's like so many lines and wrinkles, and there's a lot going on in that picture.
I'm gonna go look at that picture so that I
Yeah.
remember. Hold on.
There's a lot of lines. Like my
But
eyes and
you
my
looked
mouth.
like it was really good at showing the emotion of like, oh no, I messed up.
I did feel really bad.
Yeah, it's
But
okay.
anyhow, so guys, do your skin routine. Share with us what you do.
Okay, so books.
Books. Okay. Do we want to get started? We'll just so if you have a great skin routine or favorite
Oh
skin product,
yes,
let us know because obviously Karla and I are maybe not doing the things we should be doing in our fourth
most
decade of life.
definitely. Yeah, most definitely not doing what I should be doing. I want to I had texted Mike and Adrian about those little like under eye like teardrop shaped sticker thingies that go on under
Oh.
your eyes, and I want to start doing that, and I started talking about them like I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago, and I still haven't bought them, but I really want to.
What if we take them to our book retreat?
Oh my
Like a
God.
little skincare thing
I'm into it. I really want
and
to,
too.
yeah, I really want to start. So it would be good if well, I hopefully will have started before then
I mean,
because
that's around the corner. I mean,
yeah,
if it's been months and you haven't bought them, we're like a month away from D-Day.
you should believe more in me that I can do it before.
I believe in you. You can do it, Karla.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that, by the way. And it feels like it's further away than it is, maybe because of how long we've known about it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I went a little bit haywire at the beginning and I bought like safety supplies, which I
Yes.
have no idea where I put them, by the
Oh,
way.
you got to find them.
Um,
But
I
now it's
rem
creeping up on us.
I know, and like I have one snack to bring.
Look, I mean, yeah, I have nothing yet.
That's a
I
safety snack.
I feel like I overwhelmed people with my survey and emails at the beginning, and now I've kind of like stepped back, but I do think it's time to circle back and nail down our plan.
Wait, I th I think the plan is to be a vegetable. Remember that was our plan? I was going to be a carrot.
You're going to be a carrot. Yeah.
Is that not your plan?
My plan's to do all of the things. I want to like have puzzle time and reading time, and I want to make cinnamon rolls.
Ooh, I do want to eat a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, you can eat them. I will make. I
So,
like baking.
so the interests intertwine.
Yeah, exactly. Someone wants to bake and someone wants to eat.
Nice.
Perfect.
Um, okay, I'm excited. I'm super looking forward to a few days of just, I don't know,
Being a carrot.
just being a carrot. Yeah.
And you can be a carrot, and I don't have to be a carrot, and that's all good too.
Be a celery stick with me for a little bit.
Yeah, I will for a little bit, but I also can't sit still for too long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
I get a little antsy in my pantsy.
I'm looking for something to say about that and I can't find anything like it.
Okay, let's start with what people have been reading.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Bree has been reading The River is Waiting by Wally Lamb, and she said it is gut-wrenching.
That author in general is pretty heavy.
Yeah. What else have they written?
I don't remember the name of it, but we read it for one of our book club books and it was I want to say it was about a twin.
Okay.
If Robin was here, she would know.
Robin is not here, so
I know. Fine,
she's
hold on.
come
Let me
undone.
see.
I know this much is true. I'll
Maybe I
take
know
you there.
I think it's I know this much is true.
That sounds like a popular one.
Yeah,
I must have not. I don't think I read it.
I'm pretty sure we it was a book club pick and I feel like it was either a Robin pick or a Mike pick.
Yeah,
But it was good. I remember a lot of people liked it.
that's
Anyway,
great.
yeah.
Bree is also reading The Conditions of Will, which looks super interesting. I definitely judge a book by its cover, and the cover looks super interesting. It looks like the Virgin of Lourdes, with like the blue robe.
What's it called again?
The Conditions of Will
Okay, let me.
by Jess Hastings. So it looks like some
Oh,
religious, things going on. There's also like a scarlet A on her dress. Are you looking it up?
okay. Yeah,
What's the blippity blip about it?
I already clicked out.
Ah, I can look it up.
Sorry. Hold on.
I read about it and then I forgot. Or the conditions of will.
So it says professional lie detector and body language savant has long been estranged. Hold on, let me actually click on it. From her infuriating, close-minded, wealthy South Carolina family. After a falling out years ago, the chasm runs deep between the black sheep, Georgia, and her gay alcoholic brother, and their parents and elder siblings. But when their father dies suddenly, Georgia returns to the States for the funeral, where she comes face to face with Sam Penny, her brother's AA sponsor.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hmm.
Tensions, drama, and revelations of the family reunion.
Yeah. George's brother harbors feelings for Sam. Okay, so it just seems like there's
Oh.
going to be a lot of stuff going on. There's some family drama stuff. I don't know if Sam Penny is a good guy or a bad guy or a hot
Hmm.
guy. I don't know.
It's got to be hot.
Is this a romance book? Oh, yeah, it is romance.
Is it romance?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sam Penny is definitely a hot guy
You know what? He's probably really tall. I bet you he's super tall.
and shiny like a penny.
Bree, let us know if he's tall. Um, okay, and then flipping pages 10 is reading like a beast. My Death by Lisa Tuttle, No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai, Dazai, Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain, The Door by, I blocked out the author's name. Sorry, everyone that saw that on the stories. Ultramarine by Mariette Navarro, and The War of the Roses by Warren Adler.
Nap a doodle.
I know. The Door
That's a
looked
lot.
interesting because it was talking about like overbooking and kind of overworking, which I'm intrigued by, as like just kind of like a lifestyle, like being
Mm,
like, there's that social commentary on how everyone's lives now are so overscheduled and like you work,
yeah.
work, work, and then all of the stuff with the family and the kids, you have this and you have that, and you're going from one thing to another. Um, I'm intrigued by that. And then Lee, who was a guest on our podcast at the very beginning, she just finished Project Hail Mary, which we talked about in the last episode. I love the audiobook. She's also read We've Decided to Go in Another Direction by Tess Sanchez, which is a memoir. The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, which we've discussed.
Hmm.
Oh, when we did Buddy Reeves, that was fun. Remember when we did that?
Yes.
I think a sequel might be out. Or maybe just another book by that author.
The Lost Apothecary was the lady who sold poison to women who wanted to kill their husbands, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was a sequel?
I'll remember it ended with like, is she dead? Is she not dead?
Well, I didn't read it.
Oh, okay.
That was your
That
buddy
was my
read,
buddy
remember?
read.
Yeah. That was, I think I was reading the one about, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. No, but
Um,
I didn't. I remember that we talked about that and whether she was a serial killer or just a smart businesswoman.
that's right. Um, no, no sequel.
Okay.
It is being adapted into a television drama series by Fox.
Okay.
But I do think that author came out with another book recently. Lee is also reading Financial Feminist by Tori Dunlap. Self-help. She says she's been working on this book for over a year, but trying to follow some of the financial advice, and sometimes she waits until doing a step before she allows herself to continue.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's great. Gent on the Block is still working through the Zodiac Academy, and she said she's still annoyed by most characters. So I'm not sure that I'm going to pick that one up.
I feel like at our like age bracket, like if you are reading about very young people, it's very easy to get annoyed with like their personalities because
No.
even if they were written by a more adult author, they have to give them these youthful reactions and youthful decision-making skills, right? And that would just I would just want to shake someone, just grab them by the shoulders and shake them like, wake up.
Yeah. And then Gent on the Block has also recently finished The Nightshade God, Accomplice to the Villain, and The Enchanted Greenhouse. I
Ooh.
said Chef's Kiss to the Trifecta. I haven't read Nightshade God, but it has an interesting cover. You've obviously finished Accomplice to the Villain, and I'll have a little update on mine on that one. And then I'm actually currently reading The Enchanted Greenhouse, which is a
Okay.
companion book to The Spell Shop.
Okay.
Cute. So yeah, thank you guys for sharing. I love
Hearing about
hearing
what
all of
everybody
those
else.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's going to start? Do you want to tell me what you've been reading or do you want me to tell you what I've been reading?
Karla, what have you been reading?
I will tell you.
Tell me.
I read Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose,
Okay.
and that was coming up on my popular books. Um so basically what's going on is that there's three siblings and they are all pretty estranged. The guy sibling made good. He got out of town and he's like super duper freaking rich. He's
Mm.
rich. And then the other sister is a drug addict who's just a mess. and the sister that has been taking care of their mom. Um, I mean, she's a mess too, girl, but not a drug addict.
Yeah.
So what happened within this family is that the father disappeared a few years ago, and when the father disappeared, the daughter who stayed taking care of the mom, who just died of cancer, by the way, she kind of went nutso, not nutso. She kind of got obsessed with the idea of finding her dad, and blew up her marriage because of it. Like she was not able to maintain healthy relationships during this time.
Okay.
So now the mom has died, and her dying like thing with her daughter was that the dad did not disappear and to not trust, and then she kaputs, right?
Oh.
So it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Like,
Mm,
don't like
mm.
say it 5 minutes earlier, please, and get the whole sentence out.
Yeah, why did you wait?
It's so messed up. So now the siblings are all coming back home, and we are now following this whole where is the dad? What happened to the dad?
Mhm.
Um we find out that there was a missing child. There was a missing girl earlier in their life, and then there was that never got found, and we don't know where she went, if she got murdered, where's her body, blah blah blah. It was good. I really enjoyed it. However, even though it was good and it was enjoyable, plot was not the plot was not as deceptive as it should have been, because this is one of those things where like you don't know who done it, but
Yeah.
like throughout the book you know who done it. Like it's very obvious.
Oh,
um um I will say that you kind of understand what happened pretty early on in the book. And at first, and this is not a spoiler because this is like it's like right up on your face. At first you think that maybe it's the dad. um and you think, okay, I know how this book is going to end, but you don't. You don't know
yeah.
how the book is going to end until kind of like halfway.
Okay.
Um, and I still enjoyed it. I would give it 3.8 stars. It was good.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So, anywho, what have you been reading?
So after our last recording, I think one of the first books I finished was, well, actually, before I start that, on the last episode, I mentioned books that I was going to read.
Yes,
One was The Villain,
yes,
The Accomplice
yes.
to the Villain. I have not finished. I'm about like maybe a third of the way in.
What?
I know it's a physical book and they're just harder for me because I have to do it like at bedtime or early in the morning and I am trying. I think by the next episode I'll have it done, but I am enjoying it. And it's been my like fun read.
Okay, so that means that you have not gotten to the part where my jaw
No,
dropped.
no, I have not.
No.
But I keep looking forward to it because I'm like,
Okay.
there's a part where my jaw's gonna drop and I'm
I,
really looking forward to it, but I haven't gotten there yet.
okay.
They're at the part where they're trying to get the wand from Lord whatever, whatever.
Okay.
Um, but I'm loving it. It's like cutesy and the banter and all of the things. And then I had started Morning Star, which is the third Red Rising book.
Yeah.
I had to stop.
Okay.
I DNF'd it, and I think I'm done. I know.
Okay. That hurts.
I'm sorry. You know, you can keep
I'm
obviously you
going
can
to,
keep
yeah.
going and then let me know. Maybe I'm missing the mark, but I was not feeling it and you know,
Pretty early on, or are you like, where are you?
I stopped maybe, I don't know, like 20% in.
Wow. Okay.
I just honestly like I wasn't even feeling book two. Like I know you loved it. So I think maybe it's just not for me.
Okay. Damn.
I know. And people love it. People love it. You know, but I'm not
Yeah.
yucking someone else's yum. It's just not my yum.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then I also commented on my struggles to try to read Sunrise on the Reaping to just try to get it downloaded, and then it came due and I didn't read it. So maybe I'll circle back to that book another
Okay.
time when it's not so in demand and I could just read it
Take
and
your time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those were from last episode. What I have read, I finished Spectacular Things by Beck Dorey Stein. And what's fun about this is I read this as an advanced reader copy.
Okay.
And then right when I finished reading it, and then I started following the author on Instagram, and she announced that she got selected as a Reese's Book Club pick, which
Oh,
I imagine for an author, I mean, that just
yeah.
blows you up.
I feel like, okay, I don't know a lot about these Oprah book clubs and
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon's book clubs. However, I kind of feel like they're a little bit predatory on authors
Hmm.
because once the author gives you the right, like from what I've understood, and maybe I'm wrong, but like the author has to approve to be in this book club, I believe. And once that has happened, the only person who has the rights to creating that book into a movie or a series or whatever, it is Reese Witherspoon's.
Really?
So it takes away the author's ability to shop her book, his or her book, elsewhere. And I don't know that I like that. I think that that's kind of BS. I know that
Well,
that
yes and no. I mean, if Reese Witherspoon picks up your book, it could go from like an unknown book
right.
to $1 million book that would never reach the audience
However,
that it would on its own.
if if that happens, great. If that doesn't happen, you now are stuck with Reese Witherspoon and you
Yeah.
can't shop your book elsewhere.
Yeah.
So
That's a risky proposition. I'd
it
imagine it pays
is.
off for most people.
Well, I would hope so. Anywho, go ahead.
Part of Reese's book club, they did these like book retreats in different parts of the country.
Hmm.
So this author specifically was invited to attend, I think it was the one in like Moab desert, and they had like the cute little glamping sites, and then I don't know how much people paid to go to these. I'd imagine it was a lot of money. And you got to like do this book retreat glamping style with like different authors that are part of Reese's book
Ooh.
club. That'd be kind
Oh,
of
that's
cool.
nice. I like that. Yeah. That's
But
the
about the
only way to
book,
camp. Glamp.
glamping. I would love to glam someday.
For sure.
Um,
That's the only way that you're gonna get me out of nature.
Yeah. We've been camp. We were actually talking today about going back to Big Sur. We went there a couple years ago and loved. We had like a really great little tent and I had little twinkle lights and it
Mm,
was great. I guess we made our own glamping site. Okay, so in this book, there's two sisters, Mia and Cricket. And
okay.
Mia is the older sister, Cricket is the younger sister. And the opening of the book is Cricket in like a soccer tunnel, like a stadium tunnel about to go out to like a World
Mm-hmm.
Cup soccer game, and you can tell there's some tension between her and another player, and she's a goalie. And then it is also following the sister Mia, who's like about to give birth to her baby. So like two sisters at very pivotal points, like they're both having these really important moments in their life. Um, and then I don't think I'm spoiling it. Like this is all in the opening. The sister that's giving birth, Mia, like has like a medical emergency, and then Cricket ends up coming back, and like Cricket has to help Mia basically to get better, but it would mean her sacrificing a lot of what she's worked for
Oh.
to do there. And it kind of that's where the present moment ends, and then it flashes back to when they were really little and how they grew up, and like how Mia had to raise Cricket. Um, for a lot of it, their mom passed away, like she was a single mom raising them on her own, and then she passed away pretty young, and Mia had to basically raise Cricket. And then it shows like
Oh.
the whole trajectory of how they got to like the present moment. I liked that it wasn't like a constant flashback. You know, I've talked about this multiple times that you don't really see linear stories anymore. This one was
Hmm.
linear through the whole middle part. Like there's the beginning that's in the like present, and then it flashes back all the way up until it leads to the present moment, which I thought was a really interesting way to weave that in. But it wasn't like a constant back and forth. So I really
Yeah.
liked, I really liked that. I thought it was really well written. I liked the characters. I don't want to say too much more about it because I don't want to spoil it, but I think the like sacrifice of a sport, like the cricket obviously is playing professionally on like
Yeah.
the US women's soccer team. That was super interesting to see like how young you have to start and be all in to like be super dedicated to something like that. And it takes like everyone, like Mia and her coach, and everyone was, you know, putting 150% effort into making this happen. And then how much Mia had to sacrifice, right, to help cricket kind of get to that level of professional athleticism.
So does cricket have to give that up to go help Mia?
Yeah, so there's like a thing where she like has to decide what thing she wants more, right? Woof.
That's hard. Yeah.
That's hard because you worked your whole life to get to this point and then you have to decide.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was really good. I thought it was really well written.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
What
And
was the name of it again?
spectacular
Spectacular Things.
things.
Okay.
They talked about this one song all the time that because their mom used to play soccer in high school. And she had like her like motivational song, and then it became like the daughter's motivational song, and they talk about it all the time and like her playlist. And I'm super curious to see if it's out now, but when I read the advanced reader copy, it wasn't. But I was like, oh, it'd be so cool to have like a playlist that goes along with the book. And the author commented that it was coming. I'm curious if it's done or not.
Is that a playlist thing, like something that happened that started with the Twilight books? Because like I feel like that's a Twilight book thing.
I don't know if it started with the Twilight books, but I've definitely seen a lot of playlists related to books, whether it's like put together by the author or just like someone that reads it and you search for a playlist for whatever book. I feel like you find
Interesting.
them a lot of times like on Spotify. What's your next read, Karla?
So I read, I was scrolling around looking for something to read, and I put this one on hold because it wasn't ready yet. And I thought to myself, I like a rom-com movie, and I'm scared of zombies. And this is a together thing.
Oh,
So it's called ZomRomCom
cute.
by Olivia Dade. And it
Okay.
became available, so I started reading it, and I wrote you a lot of notes, and I wrote
Ooh,
those specifically for you because I
ooh.
was like, this needs to go to someone. So it's there for you to read, and I'm just
Okay.
going to kind of recap it. Basically, like, um, the book starts 20 years after a zombie outbreak,
Okay.
and the government has control over it now. Supposedly everything is groovy. There's this girl who lives next to this burnout guy who's like always high and is kind of like a Chad. His name is Chad. He's kind of like a bro. So she is coming home one day, and she sees Chad about to get attacked by a zombie. So she
Hmm.
decides that she's going to save his life, and the only thing that she has in her hand is a burrito to try to save his life.
Okay.
So she just decides to go for it. As it turns out, Chad is not Chad. Chad is a French vampire.
Ooh.
And I didn't know that because, as you know, I don't read the blurbs. But apparently, this is something that's a thing that people know going in. I was surprised by it. And as you can see, I wrote you a note that I was like, is he a secret agent? Like, what is this guy? Because, like, he has like a bunker and stuff. Um, so it was really cute in the beginning. However, one thing is that like I started getting um annoyed by it
Yeah.
a little bit. And toward the end of it, when I found out, like at the end of it, when I found out that it's actually the first part of a series, I'm not sure if it's going to be a duology or
Oh, yeah,
or
I
a
don't know.
series.
I know there's a trilogy for try for
Is
three.
there a du is the word duology a thing? Hold on,
You know
duology.
what? That sounds really great to me. If it's not, it should be.
You know, right? It is a duology.
Look at
Okay.
you.
Oh my God. It's a pair of related novels. Oh, sucker.
Snap a doodle, Karla.
Okay, so I don't know if it's going to be that or if it's going to be a series, but whatever. The point is that like at the end where I find out that it's part of a series or whatever, that it's a book one, I'm not in. I gotta
Yeah,
tell you, I simply don't care how the zombies got out of the government containment zone. Um, it lost me because was, um, it was too long for its own good, I
yeah.
feel like. And then also, there was just, it seemed like they just threw the kitchen sink at it. Um, the characters started becoming unlikable to me,
Mm, yeah.
and I wasn't sure about that. Also, she's a plus sized person. She's fat, and I feel like the author, I don't know if the author is fat,
Hmm.
but I think that in writing, while trying to I think that while trying to make it cutesy, they made her kind of like a gross eater. And
Oh,
and I didn't like that.
no.
Because it's obvious to me that they're like, because he keeps mentioning like her choice of foods and how like there's something called, I wrote it down. It's called I can't believe this isn't falafel or something, like a play on like I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did a play on that, and it's I can't believe it's not falafel, I think. And he keeps mentioning this, and I was thinking to myself, so obviously this is a choice that she's making. There's food that is actually delicious and good, and they're making it so that she keeps eating these things. And I started thinking to myself, when he kisses her, does her breath smell because of I can't believe it's not falafel? And also, it started making me think, and I was like, and I wrote this to you also. I was like, that thing about pineapples and dudes. And I was thinking to myself, is I can't believe it's not falafel doing something in the opposite way to her pH levels. And I was like, this is disgusting because it does get spicy, which is weird because this
Yeah.
is a silly book. And then all of a sudden, it's like this comes out of nowhere because you're talking about this silly stuff and they're like joking about how he's French and his name is Gaston. And then oh yeah, his name is Gaston.
I don't like the Gaston.
No. And then all of a sudden he's just like, laying down the pipe. That
Wow.
comes out of nowhere. So I just it lost me
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate, but because it was
It could have been
cutesy,
good.
it could have been good, I feel like, and yeah, it bummed me out.
That's a bummer.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
it's all right.
that's
What
all
have
right.
you been reading?
I got another advanced reader copy of a book that's coming out this week. I think by the time
Okay.
the episode comes out, it'll be out. It comes out on the 9th. The Honeycrisp Orchard Inn. I am so ready for fall reads. I'm so excited. And this one was great. This is by Valerie Bowman. And it's this event planner. I think she was in New York. And her boyfriend steals her like presentation for this huge event. And her boss thinks that she stole it from the boyfriend, so she gets fired right away. And so she doesn't have a
Oh,
job. And her mom just happens to call her from this like really cute little town that she lives in, running this apple orchard inn, and says, "Oh, we could use your help like planning this event." And she's like, "Okay, I'll come over and help do that thing." Of course, there's like the super hot guy that she grew up with. They were like friends when they were really little, and she hadn't seen him in a really long time. And then
He's
she
always
sees
had
him
a
for the
crush on
first
her.
time. He's so tall and so handsome. I'm pretty sure she runs into him and she's like, "Oh my God, is that a wall? Oh, it's just his chest." Um, but it had all of the fall things. It has like apple cider and pumpkin spice things and all of the apples. They have like a bakery on site, so they talk about all of the baked goods all the time. And then there's Gilmore Girls references, which
Love it.
love. It talked about the theme song. She like sings along to it at one point, which I mean, I'm in, I'm sold. I love
I
it.
know. We've done it.
We've done it. Yeah, we've done that thing on this show. So I was like, it was such a great, perfect little fall read, and it was short,
Okay.
which is great. It was nice and easy. Um, which I'm gonna do a twofer on this one just because I'm comparing them, but I also read If It Makes You Happy by Julia Olivia, which I think is also a fall book that's coming out. That one comes out, I don't know when it comes out, but soon. And that one's making more of a splash. Like I've seen that one around on Instagram, and I didn't like it as much as the Honeycrisp Orchard Inn. So I've been plugging
Oh.
Honeycrisp everywhere because I liked it more. The If It Makes You Happy it has like a 90s throwback vibe, which was kind of fun. So the characters are in the 90s and it makes all of these references to like pagers and actual phones and a wall, and there's no cell phones. And like, it's funny because it took my brain a really long time to
To get
get
into that.
get into that because it's
Yeah.
not, I feel like a historical fiction book, it's so different from your current life that it's really easy to kind of picture it, and not compare it to now.
I
But
love that
this,
you are saying that it's historical fiction and it's literally when just when we were young.
no, I'm not saying it's historical fiction. I'm just saying that with historical fiction, it's so far removed that it's really easy to imagine a different time period, right? This is so close and so recent
It really felt like going to a museum.
that it was really hard to be like, well, why didn't he just use his cell phone or why didn't he just do this? And it's like, oh no, no, that's right. They're like in the 90s before all of these things happened. It was an interesting exercise for that time period. But it was also fun to see like the throwbacks to the 90s, but it felt long to me. Like, whereas the Honeycrisp Orchard Inn was like a fun and quick read for what it was, I feel like this other one was, it dragged on a little bit in the middle. And the main character was not as likable, which is always really
Okay.
hard, I think, when like she's kind of uptight and just not very nice. And
Hey, again, when you say things like that, it feels like you're throwing a rock at me.
I am not throwing a rock at you. She just, I don't know. It was hard to really like her. At the end of you end up liking her, but it just made it kind of hard at the beginning.
Okay.
It was a little bit longer. So I'm just saying, if people have a choice to read one or the other, my recommendation is for the Honeycrisp Orchard Inn, which I feel like no one has heard about, rather than If It Makes You Happy, which I feel like everyone has heard about. Still cute. I
Fair.
don't think it's as cute
Fair, fair,
if
fair.
you're looking for like a cutesy fall read.
I do want to say one positive thing about ZomRomCom.
Yeah.
She's older. She's 38.
Ooh.
That and I made note of that because I was like, I'm gonna tell Alex about this because um she's 38, man.
I think the characters in If It Makes You Happy were also older.
I like
So
that.
the main male character was divorced and had two children already,
Okay.
and she had just gone through a divorce. So I did like that, like
Yeah,
more
it's
older
nice
women.
to not have I mean, I look, I get it. They have to be young and spry in order to do all of the things that they're gonna do.
To try all the different positions.
Yes. But at the same time, it's nice to not always be reading about someone that's still in their teens,
Yeah,
19, 18, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I did want to tell you about that.
Great. What else have you been reading, Karla?
So I stopped reading because like I'm going to tell you about the one that I stopped reading, and then I'm going to tell you about the one that I finished. I
Great.
stopped reading Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. It's a whodunit mystery, and it like started off really, really, really strong.
Okay.
So it is a like a bus full of people that is getting bussed into a lodge during a snowy season, and they're in the woods heading toward this lodge, and they get stopped by a fallen tree. So in their attempt to like clear that, two of them go missing because they decide to walk off and look at the pretty sights.
Dumb, dumb,
Now,
dumb, dumb,
dumb, very
dumb.
dumb. It is full of
Don't
snow.
do it. Don't do it.
It is like packed snow, okay? There's no reason for you to walk away from that bus. So
Okay.
anyway, whatever. They get lost. The weather gets crazy. They get hit by a blizzard.
I'm
Okay.
just thinking of Gilligan's Island.
Oh no, they're in the snow.
No, I know, but like, how does the song go?
A 3 hour tour. Da, 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 da. I
And
can't. I can't
then
think of it.
I can't think of it either, but there's a line right about like the weather getting rough.
Yes, there is.
There is.
So they end up the woman that got lost ends up being found by the group, and she gets brought back to like this like hunting cabin that they found. And they start getting murdered.
Okay.
Not cool, in a
Not
not cool
cool.
way. No. They start getting murdered. The tour guide
Is
ends
it
up
gory?
uh on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 1.5. It gets
Oh,
described as like they found the body and it's decapitated.
okay.
Not terrible, I don't think. Not cute, but not terrible. And so you kind of have to like figure out who's killing them because they feel like um they're in such a spot that's like not it has no population, that it has to be one of them, right?
Yeah.
So this would be cool if it was like a 3 to 500 page book. However, this book is close to 900 pages and I felt it. So at
Mm,
the
900?
yeah, girl,
Whoa.
it's 880 something pages. Yeah.
That's like 3 books.
Yeah. So like I said, if it would have been a 4 to 500 page book, that would have been more acceptable. At around page 400-ish, I was like, I'm just gonna Google who did it, and that's what
Yeah.
I did.
I've done that before. I get it.
Yeah, just tell me the end and let me live my life. So that's what I did. But it is well written. For people that do have more patience, this is a
Yeah.
really good book. I'm short on patience.
Yeah.
So that's what I DNF'd. And then
Hold on. I looked up the lyrics.
okay, tell me.
Remember, the weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was lost. Do you remember it now?
I mean, I remember yes, I'm not,
You know, would be lost. Anyhow,
I don't
my
remember the
curiosity,
lyrics.
my curiosity is satisfied. We can move on now.
Okay. So what I did finish reading was Someone You Can Build a Nest In by John Wiswell. And I
A
gotta
nest
tell you,
in.
yes, yes, I gotta tell you, I freaking loved this book so much. It is oddly enough a very cute and very cozy book. I think that
Really?
if you could get over like the grossness of the fact that like it's a creature that eats people, um,
Oh.
if you could get over that, Alex, I think you would actually really love this book.
I mean, how hard would it be to, like, how much of a part of the story is it?
Okay, so basically, let me tell you what's going on. So the book follows Sheshin, which is this creature who is a blob, and
Okay.
it's a shape-shifting blob that absorbs, not absorbs, when it eats the people, it uses their bones and their cartilage and their body to make up her body. Okay. And Sheshin can also use metal, like she uses a bear trap for an extra mouth. Chomp, chomp.
Okay.
And so it's this creature, and the creature could be male or female. It becomes a she just because that's the form that it takes in order to try to get away from hunters that are trying to kill it. She is coming out of hibernation and she hears hunters that are there to kill her. And she's like, oh, snap, let me get this bear trap into my maw so that I can defend myself. So she gets away from these hunters, and in the process, she gets hurt. And she is found by this kind woman called Homily. And Homily cares for her and, patches her up and stuff. And Sheshin is like, Homily would make a really good mom, and she's probably going to be the one that I put my eggs in.
Oh.
The thing is that she thinks that this is like, because she like loves the fact that she came out of her dad, that she was hatched along with her siblings within her dad, and she thinks that her dad made like that her dad did this as a loving gesture of being their food. So she sees it in a very different way than humans would see it. She sees it as an act of love. And she thinks that
I'm not
homily would be,
convinced so far.
oh, you don't understand. It is the cutest thing ever.
Okay.
So she thinks that homily would be a really good mom. And so in, going through the book, she starts to realize that her understanding of this is warped and is not something that she should do without at least talking to Homily about it and letting her know, like, one, what she is, and two, like, what that would mean. And so Homily ends up being part of the family that is hunting her, and Homily herself wants to kill this monster that the family believes put a curse on the family.
Okay.
So we follow them, and Sheshin has to meet the family, and the family sucks butt, by the way.
Yeah.
You actually want Sheshin to eat them because they are not cool. It's like, just eat these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
just like swallow them up whole. Um, so there is a commentary on how Shushin is in finding out about feelings and finding out about like this like love that she starts to feel for Homily. Um, you see the juxtaposition of that versus the cruelty of the family.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think that that's really nice and interesting. And then also, oh, I said that I think that it's a little bit gay, but I'm not sure. Because, like, again, Sheshin is a blob. And I think that it might be gay a little bit because Homily is a girl and Sheshin took on the form of a girl. However, I'm not sure because neither of them are lustful toward each other.
Hmm.
It's more of like they try kissing and they're like, yeah, I'm not down with that. However, they call each other girlfriend.
Interesting.
So I didn't know if that was like if it was one of those like just companionships like that is not friendship though, because they're obviously not friends.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, yeah, I didn't know if it was gay or if it was not gay. Whatever. And then, oh, I wrote that there's a bear and the bear's name is Blueberry, and that ultimately it's just a little love story, and I think that you would love it, Alex.
I don't
No?
know.
Well,
I
fine.
It's cute. I'm glad it was cute.
It was cute. Oh my God. So she like meets this dude like when she's trying to get away, she goes into like a bar, I think, and she meets this like really like powerful guy. And the powerful guy is like, "Hey, little lady, want to get out of here?" And so she wants to eat him. It turns out that she ends up using him like for his because he has connections and money and can help her. So she starts to threaten his life if he doesn't do what she says.
Mhm.
And it's really funny because it's funny also, by the way. It's a cute, funny little love story
I love
about
it.
a shape shifting blob. So there's a point where she has forced him to do something for her. And then he just kind of stands there after having done it. And she's like, "Well, do you want anything? What do you want?" And he's like, "Nobody has ever spoken to me like this. Can you threaten me again?" Off on it. I thought that was hilarious.
He liked it.
He loved it. He was
Yeah,
into it. And that made me laugh. So,
that's pretty funny.
yeah. Anyway, what else have you been reading?
I'm going to skip my last book for a discussion topic that I've been kind of putting off that I've
Okay.
seen in a lot of books. I'm going to save my time for that and then I'll save my books for later. But I see in so many books that there's like friends that have that best girlfriend. Did
Is this
you?
the freaking note that was on there for like 1,000 years?
Yes. And we just
Okay.
never have time because we have so many books. So I'm going to forego a book discussion for a topic discussion.
Then I'm gonna close my laptop.
Okay. I'm curious, have you had a best girlfriend like growing up or as an adult that's your go-to person? Like if anything happens, you're laughing hysterically. Like there's so many books that I read where the main
Yeah.
character has like this girlfriend that she loves and adores, and whether it's long distance or they live near each other, but they're like on the phone constantly and it's their like support person, their therapy person.
Yeah.
Have you had a person like that?
Yeah.
I think most people do, right?
Yeah. I have a friend now, and we met when we were in junior high.
Yeah.
And she moved away, and we still like remember when the phone plans were like after 9, like the phone calls were
Oh
free.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we would take advantage of that. Like when texting cost money, we would still
Yeah.
text each other and it was
Oh,
yeah, it was she has been a very, very, very steady presence in my life, and I feel like I can tell her about everything, and I do. She
yeah.
she knows all my nitties and all my gritties.
All the nitties and all the gritties. I love that.
Mhm. What about you?
I don't think I do. And that's kind of why I wanted to bring it up for a discussion. I feel like it's so prevalent in literature that I'm like, oh, I think maybe it's normal for people to have that person. And I just haven't, like, I have a lot of great friends and I have friends that I would say are best friends and that have gone through, like, I have friends from high school and college and law school that, I still keep in touch with. And I definitely make an effort to maintain those relationships. But I don't have a female friend that's like my go-to if something happens. Like if I have a shitty day at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I don't call someone to talk about it. And maybe like that also kind of goes back to my inability to like talk about everything. Like Jeff had to work really hard at the beginning of our relationship to get me to communicate with him about what I'm feeling. I think I just have had a hard time being open about that kind of stuff. And maybe that's part of it, but I've always felt like that is one thing that's missing. Jeff is kind of my person. Like when by the time I get home, he's the
yeah.
one that I like dump everything on and here's all of my things. But I don't think I've ever had, yeah, like a female friend that's like my go-to for all sorts of things. But I think it's common for most people, most women. Yeah, I
And
see it
yeah,
in books so many times, and it's kind of hard for me sometimes to
to
find those
relate.
relationships relatable. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I I can't picture myself doing this or being like this close or tight to someone, or like feeling
Yeah.
that emotionally tied to someone.
Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure. I I feel like I would be very sad if I, well, maybe not, maybe if I didn't know, like a like have that already, I wouldn't
Yeah.
care. But if I, but now, but since I do have that, and if I were to lose that,
Yeah.
that would make me super sad. And like
Yeah.
for example, Mike isn't a girl, but I freaking love Mike.
Yeah.
And and then there's Adrian. I freaking love Adrian. I would bite them if they let me.
I love that. Maybe I still have to find my person.
Maybe.
Yeah. Not and when I think about this, I'm like, I'm so grateful for Jeff, and like not everyone has that kind of relationship. So maybe I'm being
Yeah.
greedy by wanting both, you know? Like,
I mean, don't be such a consumer, Alex.
I know.
No, but I think that girlfriends are really I think that girlfriends are really important, and but I think that they're really important when you're growing up. I feel like if you have a nice little village, which you do,
Yeah.
and that's okay too.
Yeah, I do love my village.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Well, if anyone has any thoughts on that, feel free to share once we post this little baby up. I'm curious to see if I'm on an island unto myself or if other people are also similarly situated.
I feel like it comes organically also, but like sometimes you can just pick someone. Do you have someone that you can just pick and be like, "Hey, let me call this person."
You're the person I've decided. Get
I will,
ready for 2 a.m. phone calls when I'm having emotional breakdowns.
about that. Here's the thing, even with that, I'm like super respectful about that too. Cause like I'll email people instead of texting or calling. If there's
Yeah.
something that I need to say at 1 a.m., I will send an email because that's not like a noise notification
Yeah.
and I
It was
still get
very
the
nice
call.
of you.
Yeah, I am fucking sweet.
So thoughtful.
I will email all about my crazy 1 a.m., 3 a.m. thoughts. And then like Mike is the one who gets those the most. And
Yeah.
I and then like he'll just be like, "What the fuck is this?
What's going on in that brain of yours, Karla?
Not normal in there. There's no government in there."
Well, thank you for indulging my topic. I
Of course.
finally get to check it off.
Okay.
Did you
I
have any
kind
other reads? I know we're hitting the hour mark.
of no. Do you want to tell me what you're gonna be reading?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
have an ARC to the gingerbread bakery, and I'm not even going to be embarrassed about it. I'm so excited. This is the next
What is
book
that?
in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe series.
That's cute. Okay.
Yeah.
Gingerbread. Wait. This is a
There's so many
gingerbread
bakeries in this town.
bakery. I'm gonna Google this. How many places are there? Wait.
I think one of the books probably has a map with like all of the little businesses. There's the Christmas
Um,
tree. The Christmas tree lot was last year.
Dream Harbor businesses.
Yeah. This is by Lori Gilmore.
Okay,
There's
there
the
is
there's a
a,
cinnamon bun bookstore.
a cafe bookstore, a cinnamon tree farm, a pancake house, a flower shop, a bookstore, cinnamon bun. So there's there's nowhere to get real food. It's
Well,
all
I think
baked goods.
the Strawberry Patch Pancake House probably is a diner. You
Okay,
might be
because
able to get like a burger.
I was like, all these people eat is like baked goods and pancakes.
I
Oh, look,
mean,
it
sounds
says
good
that
to me.
there's going to be another one after the gingerbread bakery.
Dude, that author is just making it rain.
Get this. It's going to be called the Daisy Chain Flower Shop.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen a flower shop one, but I could see that being upcoming.
Ooh, and the one that you're going to be reading, the gingerbread, is known for an enemies to lovers theme.
Mm, mm, mm.
Ooh,
I
we're
am
gonna get
in.
we're
I'll
gonna
be reading
get
that.
some antagonistic characters.
And then my book club pick, because I got to pick for September, and I'm super sad I didn't get to pick the name, which we do, because I didn't make it to book club this past time. But my book club pick is The Road to Tender Hearts, which I've heard a lot about.
What's that about?
It's kind of, I think it's like a, did you see the movie Little Miss Sunshine?
Oh my God, I love that movie so much.
I think it's kind of similar to that. It's like an old man with like younger people, and they're on this like epic road trip to like accomplish something. But I've
Okay,
heard really
cute.
great things about it.
I love it.
And then I also got an ARC for a rom-com called Big Nick Energy, which I'm so excited to see.
Okay.
That's by Kristen Bailey. I've been reading all of her stuff. She's in England, I think. And I like her books. They're like spicy but cute and super funny. And I follow her on Instagram. And I guess this book is based on her husband. Like her husband is Nick, and she's been like very transparent about that. So I think it'll be cute. I'm excited to read it.
So she likes her husband enough to say big Nick energy. Love
Yeah.
it. Love
Yeah.
it.
How about
Okay.
you? What are you going to be reading?
So the stuff that I've got going on right now is I'm 12% into Morningstar and I'm loving it so far.
That's great.
Super
I'm so
sad.
happy for you.
Super sad that you're leaving me on this journey.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And then I've got and that's by Pierce Brown. And then I've got I'm 3% into Rachel Harrison's Cackle.
Oh,
And yeah, so this was one of those things that just got they were it came up on I'm trying to find out where I can tell you what it's about. So it's a darkly funny, frightening novel about a woman learning how to take what she wants from a witch who might be too good to be true.
all right.
So it's about a witch and a lady who's trying to get certain powers.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to be reading, where the heck did it go? Doo 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 doo. Okay. It is called it's called I Gave You Eyes and You Looked Toward Darkness. I don't know what that's about,
It's a
but
long title.
yeah, but it sounds like it sounds heavy and it
Yeah,
sounds a little bit bleak, and I am interested in seeing what that's all about. So I've got that going.
great.
I'm going to be reading that soon-ish, and I'm also going to be reading. Do you remember? No, you do
Do you
not.
remember the time when we fell in love?
Do you remember that time that I was telling you about um that lady who wrote the book about the where the heck is it, man? The book Tender as the Flesh. Do you remember that one?
Hmm.
Where
Ish.
I told you that like it fucked me up
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed getting like just messed up emotionally.
Yeah.
So that author has a book that's called The Unworthy, and I'm
Okay.
super interested in knowing what that's about.
Awesome.
And I don't know what that's about. So
You're gonna find out.
I'm gonna find out.
Love it.
Here it is, here it is, here it is. It is a thrilling work of literary horror about a woman cloistered in a secretive, violent religious order. Oh my God, that sounds so good. While outside, the world has fallen into chaos. Oh, snap a doodle. Okay.
This is checking all of the boxes for you, Karla.
Oh, snap. I'm gonna be super messed up by this book too. Yes.
Jeff's ready. He's looking for a book for spooky season.
Okay. He must share once he finds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, happy reading, everybody.
Yeah, tell us what you've been reading. Let us know. Oh, I'm doing space buns again. Ba, ba, da,
I love
ba.
it. But no weird pink like thing flying in the background this time.
Oh, I
No
know. That's
ghosts.
because I'm up against my curtain.
Oh, okay.
But I do have this pink thing, and
Yeah,
it's holding the phone up because I'm lazy.
great. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at What Have You Been Reading. Drop some
Yes.
comments, show us some love, follow us on whatever platform you use.
Tell everybody that you know that we exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Happy reading.